Here's your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Today, I will be bringing you up to date on the latest stimulus news and information. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has just decided to raise a debt ceiling with a new bill. This could very mean more relief for millions of Americans. Please make sure to watch until the end of this video. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez announced at a virtual town hall meeting that she plans to introduce a new bill to extend the additional $300 in unemployment assistance through early next year. The Extend Unemployment Assistance Act of 2021 would amend the CARES Act, signed into law by the former president in March of 2020. This amendment would change the expiration date of the benefits from September 6, 2021 to February 2, 2022, retroactively reimbursing unemployment recipients for the additional weeks of benefits. In a Twitter post, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, "We are introducing a bill to extend all federal crisis unemployment insurance through February 11, 2022. Benefits would be retroactive to September 6th. We cannot let unemployment assistance lapse when we're still recovering from the cost effects of this crisis. I have been very disappointed on both sides of the aisle that we have just allowed unemployment assistance to completely lapse, when we are clearly not fully recovered from the cost effects of this crisis." Right now, Democratic leaders are attaching language to raise the debt ceiling to a must-pass government funding bill, daring all Republicans to vote for the continuing resolution or risk being attacked for a looming government shutdown. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer have repeatedly called for the national spending limit to be increased, with Republicans like Minority Leader Mitch McConnell arguing that it's merely a ploy to provide Democrats a line of credit for big social spending on the backs of future American taxpayers. The legislation to avoid a government shutdown will also include a suspension of the debt limit through December 2022.
Mr. President.
The Majority Leader is recognized.
Mr. President, yesterday, Speaker Pelosi and I put in motion the path to pass a continuing resolution that in one fell swoop would accomplish four very important things. It would keep the government open through December 3rd of this year and avoid a needless and dangerous shutdown. It would provide emergency funding to help resettle Afghan evacuees. It would approve tens of billions of dollars in disaster aid funding. And it will suspend the debt ceiling until December of 2022, commensurate with the time necessary to cover the debt of the bipartisan $908 billion emergency relief bill passed at the end of last year. Now, today I want to spend some time focusing on the last of these items, addressing the debt limit to avoid a first-ever default in American history. Throughout modern history, addressing the debt ceiling has consistently been done on a bipartisan basis. Let me repeat that. Throughout modern history, addressing the debt ceiling has consistently been done on a bipartisan basis. Since 1960, the debt ceiling has been raised approximately 80 times under both Republican and Democratic administrations and under both unified and divided government. So much for the argument by Leader McConnell that when all three branches control one party, are controlled by one party, the debt ceiling ought to be their exclusive domain. That's not what history has shown. And that's not what happened actually in 2017. When Donald Trump was president, McConnell was majority leader, McCarthy was Republican speaker. I believe it was McCarthy back then. But the debt ceiling was renewed, bipartisan.
But the GOP appears to be holding firm, telling Democrats that since they decided to go it alone to pass a sweeping $3.5 trillion social spending bill, using the reconciliation process to bypass a filibuster in the upper chamber, they can just go and try to do the same thing with the debt limit. But Mitch McConnell also had said, since Democrats decided to go it alone, they will not get Senate Republicans' help with raising the debt limit. I have explained this clearly and consistently for over 2 months now. We do not have a divided government. Democrats do not need our help. Many Democrats have scoffed at the GOP's push for them to raise a debt ceiling on their own using reconciliation, arguing The funding is needed to pay for spending under the previous administration. Everyone, the key word for this video is test. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also comment below this key word. Thank you so much, everyone. Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have also stated, addressing the debt limit is about meeting obligations that the government has already made, like the bipartisan emergency relief legislation from December, as well as vital payments to Social Security recipients and our veterans. Furthermore, as the administration warned last week, a reckless Republican forced default could plunge the country into a recession. Congress has until September 30th to pass legislation to avert a government shutdown, with the current fiscal year coming to a close. So everyone, do you think that Congress will be able to agree to a new bill and pass it before September 30th? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. The Change.org petition that has collected nearly 3 million signatures calls on Congress to send out a fourth stimulus check of $2,000 for adults and $1,000 for children on a monthly basis for the remainder of this crisis. The petition notes that the recovery has not reached many Americans and points to the need for immediate checks and recurring payments so that we can keep our heads above water. While the Change.org petition is close to becoming one of the most popular on its website, whether it will have any effect is another question. Though there's still plenty we still don't know and much up for debate, there could be an additional cash in the pockets of Americans if there is a minimum wage hike. Some senators continue to look for ways to boost the federal minimum wage, which currently stands at $7.25 per hour. A few proponents want to set the bar at $15 an hour, and others are looking to only go up to $11. In recent years, many states, localities, and businesses have implemented minimum wage increases above the federal level. However, the discussion of a new national rate of $15 an hour has hit a roadblock in recent months. So everyone, what do you think that the federal minimum wage hike should be? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here this morning. I truly appreciate it. Please remember to enter my $100 Walmart gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and also commenting below the key word for this video. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed